All right, guys, things are getting juicy. We're getting into the 3-bet pots. We've called out of position, what to do, how to play them. And we're just going to hop right in. We've got a replayer up. And we've got all of, I just went through Dan's database and grabbed what I thought were interesting hands. Here we have Suited Ace King that we should have 4-bet pre-flop, but we didn't. We called. Prop King Jack 7. Great flop for us, obviously. We check call a big bet. I mean, like, you're going to be calling, what are you going to be calling? You're going to be calling King X, Jack X, 7X, you know, straight draw, flush draw, like Queen 10. If you have 8-7, he's using a big bet, but I think you still call 8-7. Ace Queen with 1 diamond or 2 hearts, I think is the call. Same with Ace 10. And yeah, I think so. That's like a pretty solid range of the flop. Turns the 8, so we could have 8-7. Fold 8s on the flop. Could have 8-7. We could have 10-9. Still King Jack. I don't think this is, you know, I don't think this is a board where we'll raise much of our range. King Queen, you know, some Jack X hands. Anyway, we check. He bets. And yeah, I mean, we had nothing really else to do other than call. We could potentially be chopping here. We could be losing to aces. Your opponent could also have like a hand like Ace 10 or Ace Queen. Or you know, a hand like hearts or even like a diamond draw. Like, for instance, Queen 10 of diamonds or 6-5 of diamonds. Rivers of 4. We check and our opponent shoves. And this is not a good situation. This is bad. We need 27% equity to call here. The problem is that we got to find hands for our opponent to be bluffing with. Let's start with the hands that we lose to. We lose to aces. We lose to hearts, 6-5, 10-9, jacks, king jack maybe. And yeah. And the hands that we beat are like ace queen. I don't know if he has, I don't know if he has ace 10 offsuit really, so we need to be like ace 10 of diamonds, even bet the fuss, like ace, can't have ace of clubs, so it could be like ace, you know, ace 10 of diamonds if you decide to bet the flop and barrel off with it, which is possible. You could also have, what's the last, ace 10 of spades, obviously. The thing is, I don't know if he has any of the suited connectors, and like I think the most likely ace X of hearts or ace X hand he bets the flop with is like ace X of hearts, like ace 5 of hearts, and then bets and barrels. And that got there. So it's not a good spot. It's not a good spot. And if he's value betting, I say this particularly at the small stakes. I think at higher stakes, I think that the guys will try to work in or try to find ways to bluff this board because they know that, you know, they get a big piece of this board on the flop. And I think they'll be more willing to bet hands like, you know, even like ace 5 of spades or ace queen and barrel with it here. Whereas at smaller stakes, I know a lot of you guys are up against opponents who just aren't really willing to bluff. So I mean, like in default, you need 20% equity. You have top pair, top kicker. Like, what are you gonna do here, right? But again, if you go through, I mean, one of the things I talked about with Dan was that, like, go through your database and just like look at all these like call down spots and like look like do you ever get bluffed? And over a big enough sample, you know, you can make some like assessments as to like whether or not they just like ever have bluffs here. And yeah, this is just like sticky, not so much in the theoretical sense, more so in the practical sense of like people just don't bluff here. So especially at the micro stakes, you know, the 3-bet triple barrels of bluff is just like not a move that these guys have very much. And so yeah, so like, you know, kind of worry about that stuff. So for your sake. Anyway, this guy ends up having 10-9 off. What does that mean for us? Who knows? Like maybe he's, you know, maybe he never bets past the turn unless he has us, or maybe he could just have a number of bluffs here, but always have ace 10 or ace queen offsuit. It's not really conclusive, and I think that's why you have to go through like your database and just get a sense for what people, get your ear to the street, guys. Know what's going on, know what's popping at this very moment.